Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
The Unretreat. Are you still thinking that you can be Superwoman without any self-care? Do you feel guilty when your calendar is open and free? Ladies, self-care is not selfish. You have the power to give yourself what you need. Join the Maven Squad October 13th and 14th in Galveston, Texas for the Unretreat and give yourself permission to unwind, unplug, and unbam. The Unretreat is just what your mind, body, and spirit needs to be recharged and refilled. Get the details about this all-inclusive event at myrashaw.com/events and give yourself the gift of you.
True Digital Media Consulting. You're online right now and so are your customers, but marketing has to be a consistent journey. True Digital Media Consulting can help with your online ads, organic growth, and so much more. Contact us today at 832-934-4436 or visit our website at truedigitalmediaconsulting.com.
Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hey, yo, what's good? What's up, my peeps? And thank you for spending some time right here on Startup Masters. That's right, the show, the podcast that have the riveting content, the dopest guests, so that you, my entrepreneur friend, you don't have to skin that knee up to the white meat. We a team, no white meat. Around this table, we drop the dopest gems, the best knowledge, so that you, my friend, you don't have to make the same mistakes that we did. I'm your host, Kalia Guillory. You can follow me at kogpassion.com. And I got a feeling it's going to be one for the record books today.
First and foremost,
Yes.
I already know it's one. For
You
the
already
record,
know.
I felt the energy
Listen.
when we walked into this studio.
Listen.
So, for those that are tuned in right now, what's up? Welcome back to Startup Masters. I'm your co-host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity, chatting my tail off. Because this ain't boom bap. I can't cuss on this one. At G Hawkins, that's G Hawkins with the Z. And we're here to get it in. We're here to talk entrepreneurship. We're here to talk about the gems that are necessary to take your business to the next level, but having the right mindset involved to keep customers first and be centric in everything you do to sow back into that business. We're talking legacy here, folks. We're talking about the things that are divine to take you to that promised land. I didn't went to church on them today. You felt it coming?
Can the church doors of the church open?
I was going to ask.
Is there one?
Is there one? So, I'm excited,
Listen.
as you see. It's about to turn up.
It's about to turn up
So,
all the way up. Should we go ahead and turn that dial all the way to a 10?
Why not? I'll step back. Let me let you do your thing.
This guest is on a cultural revolution
Talk about it.
to ensure people that look like us, our brown and black people, take care of our skin.
Important. Biggest organ.
The Gleaux experience
Come on.
is curated so perfectly by this queen of Gleaux, the master of skin. She's a ninja in her studio. She will get that acne together. She will get that skin removal together.
Come on.
She will even take care of some pigmentation issues that you perhaps don't even know about.
Come on.
You know what we call that here?
What do we call it?
Turnkey solution.
You better talk about it. You better talk about it.
But the thing about it, G, on top of all of that, she
bring it home.
still manages to keep all of her customers at the center of everything she does. It's a white glove experience.
That's what we need.
I gotta bring her in, G.
Let's do it.
Allow me to bring in my esthetician
That
holds me accountable.
Come on.
Y'all better stay on that retinol.
Come on.
Shalana Crawford, CEO and founder of
Thank you.
Gleaux Aesthetics.
Thank you guys for
What's
having
up?
me. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm excited.
Really? We're excited
Obviously,
to
we
have
on
you.
10 already.
Yeah. Things have turned up a bit. since you
A
walked in.
lot.
Yeah. This is what we do here
Right?
on Startup Masters.
I love it.
And we're good. We love you being here.
Thank you
and
for having me.
we love the entrepreneurial journey. That's why we've got you here.
Do you?
We like talking about the ups and downs,
Yes.
the calamities, as well as the championships. We like to talk about things that sow into other business owners as well as those wanting to become business owners but are afraid to take that leap.
Right.
You ready to share your journey with the people?
Let go.
Good deal. So for those that are tuned in right now, remember, folks, Facebook Livers, we keep you 15, 20 minutes or so. But you got to subscribe to get the full episode. So get your digital pads and pens together. If you got any questions, make sure you drop them right now on Facebook Live. Or, of course, hit us on the website with the questions you've got. We'll answer them there or across any social media platform. So let's hop in this DeLorean.
Yes.
We're going to hit 88 miles an hour. We're going back into time. Put us in that place. Paint this picture for us, this beautiful picture when you decided to become the master of skin.
Okay, I don't think it was that fancy for me. I kind of came into this accidentally.
Okay.
I've not been the one to say, "Oh, I've always, I always want to own my own business."
Sure.
I've always loved skin. Kind of happened accidentally. I was burned at the age of 21.
Okay.
Went to Cancun, Mexico for 5 days. I cooked my skin without sunscreen,
Ooh.
and so.
My.
Yeah, I get back home. I was working at Dillard's department store, and I went to the ladies at the department, cosmetic counter, and I'm like, "What's going on with my skin? Like,
What's happening?
What's happening to
happened?
my skin?"
Yeah.
And
There's
they're
something in
like,
Mexico?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I infected?
Exactly.
Is there an infection in the house?
Exactly.
Come on. Yes.
Right, exactly. So they're looking at me and they're like, "You have sunburn," and I'm like, "Sunburn? What do you mean? Like, black people don't get sunburn?"
Right.
And
Learn-
so they
Woo-hoo,
looked
learn
at me
something.
and they were like, babe,
Yeah.
you need to use this, and this because you have sunburn." And so when I started thinking about it, I'm like, okay, my mama never showed me or
Never.
never told me I needed sunscreen. So I'm like,
about it.
okay, there's a lie here.
Yeah.
We do need sunscreen. We
Yeah.
do need to take care of our skin. So I started just doing some research, looking into it, checking on, how can we start to take care of our skin? How can we prevent sunburns? And so learning that sunscreen was not just for them.
Sure.
It was for us too.
Sure.
And so that was where my love of skin and skincare began.
Gotcha.
So I went to nursing school a few years after that, graduated, and my path kind of went a different direction for a little bit. But everything that I did from that day, even the nursing school, everything led me all the way back full circle to skin health still.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you've gone through something in life, and you make mention of parents, and I mentally I dropped a point there or a pin there, because a lot of times, depending on the socioeconomic status of the African American family, and depending upon the time that you grew up, our parents weren't able to vacation, so they had no idea.
No,
Right.
That
exposure.
exposure to sun at that level, at that intensity, that close to the equator, would cause this type of damage to that organ.
Right.
So it's so interesting how we become evolved, because our status does lift up over time. And we're now able to take in new experiences for the good and the bad. But
Yeah.
obviously,
Right.
this experience led you to a new business venture.
It
now,
did.
Now, you went through RN school. Now
Yes.
we're here at this situation where it's like, okay, there's an opportunity. What was going on in your mind when you're like, perhaps I want to pivot since I'm still standing in this era of skin?
Honestly, disgust is what brought me to really start my own
That's a heavy
business.
word.
That's a very heavy word.
And it carried a lot of
Yeah.
weight to it.
You made me taste my skin. I was like,
But I instantly knew exactly what she
Yes.
was talking about.
Yes, and all my
Paint
nurse
that
friends
picture.
know exactly what disgust means. I was a floor nurse for nearly 10 years, and I was over it. I was ready to move, frustrated,
Sure.
and over it. And I was living in Kansas City at the time. And so, I moved here in 2000.
Sorry.
What you
I'm
mean?
not-
We sorry. We sorry.
Okay. We're going to keep it moving. So, I moved here in 2016, went
and went to work for a hospital here locally, and I hated it, and I was over it, and it was not, my friends kept telling me, oh, go to the medical center, why don't you apply here, why don't you apply there? But I knew it was time for me to, like you said, pivot. And so I was like, okay, Lord, I'm ready to do this skincare thing. I've been doing it free for years, for my friends, for everybody, and what can I do to get me out of this hospital, because I was disgusted and I was just ready to be fulfilled. I was literally, I think maybe my second shift on my way to work, I was crying. Wow. And I'm like, I'm not going to be doing this right here. Like, I cannot be this miserable. I don't do misery well, and I was over it. And so started doing some research about how I could make this skincare thing happen. And so I found a doctor in the Dallas, Texas area, and he is a physician that trains nurses and doctors and other estheticians to become medical estheticians. So I immediately signed up for his 6-day course, drove out there, took the class. In that class, he told me that as a registered nurse, with that skill set that I was going to be receiving from him, that certification, I could work independently doing skincare.
Come on.
And
everything
so
happens
like,
the way it's supposed to.
Lord, what you mean?
Independent me?
I was, and
Solo?
And so that's how, because I've always wanted to do skincare, but I've always said to myself, I want to work at a plastic surgeon's office or a dermatologist doing skincare. It had never dawned to me that I could be running my own boat here,
own show.
Yeah, and in that disgust, in that frustration as working as a nurse on the floor, and just the issues of it, I'm like, I'm gonna try this. Like, I'm gonna just go for it, and I just started Googling, how to start an LLC, how to do this tax ID number, like everything from starting your LLC on down. I Googled. I didn't know anything. I didn't have a whole lot of mentors. I do now, but I didn't have anything. Google is your friend, and so that's how I started it.
Come on.
Yep.
I mean, but it's so. I know you caught this. It's funny how we go back, and you were in disgust, but that disgust, it turned out to be a gem in disguise.
Yes. Yes.
Because you were in disgust, you were able to operate independently, meaning you didn't have to operate under anyone else's license. You had your own thing going on.
Exactly.
That's power and pain.
Yeah.
It's power and pain, G. How many of y'all are sitting in your pain, but you haven't recognized your power?
You didn't turn.
I went to church again.
I'm just saying, you're in disgust right now, but that is preparing you for the next level. You got to stay in there, sis. You got to stay in there, bro. Don't give up. It's called transferable skills.
Yep.
Gotta know about it.
You gotta know.
You gotta know about that. So, giving up, mildly important.
Yeah.
Transferable skills, mildly important. But when it really comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to building that successful business, sometimes you just got to know when to step away, push back. And we've got an opportunity for those that are listening right now, the ladies that are listening right now, we've got an opportunity for you to unretreat. So, are you consumed with guilt when you have to take time away or even do nothing? Somehow we've equated business with being productive, but you know what? You shouldn't fall for that. You can have freedom when you include self-care. You deserve to honor yourself with what you need. So you too can join the Maven team on October 13th through 14th in Galveston, Texas for an all-inclusive unretreat and give yourself permission to unwind, unplug, and unbam. That's bust a move. The unretreat will be filled with ways for you to get your recharged energy back into your mind, body, and soul. So guess what, folks? You need to secure your seat today at MyraShaw.com/events. That's MIARASHAW.com/events and give yourself the gift of you. Shout out to Myra Shaw. Make sure you unretreat with her. That's coming up, folks, next weekend in Galveston, Texas. And I walked it in that way because I think a lot of times we as entrepreneurs, we get tied up and so focused in the business that we don't remember that we've got to sow into self in a way that we stay energized and recharged. Oftentimes in corporate America, we get to the point that we're drained because someone else's entrepreneurial glory has pulled everything out of us. And that brings about the disgust. It brings about these areas of lack when you're trying to decide, man, do I really want to continue to sow into this, which was my passion at some point, which now has turned into my pain. And that's so heavy. Now, obviously, you're rolling through the deep, so to speak. You're rolling through these areas, and you've gotten the LLC, you've done all the Googling, but I'm sure there was some hiccups along the way, some mistakes, some calamities. Talk a little bit about some of the things you went through when you first started.
Oh gosh, a little bit of everything, really.
Okay.
Just, I mean, as far as in the very beginning, I can remember my website, or my business cards were not right.
Ooh.
6 times over. They were not right.
Shotgun.
And I had, this was someone that was supposed to design my website. And so I'm like, okay, if we can't get this business
Come on.
You can't get a business card.
We can't
You
get
know,
this
yeah,
2x4.
It's making me
2-inch by 4-inch.
Exactly.
Can't get a background.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I was, that I remember that being one of my first headaches. Is like, and then having to kind of get out of that contract. So that was one of my first financial mistakes.
Sure.
It was, he was really generous about letting me pretty much out of that contract without, taking 100% L, but I took a L, so that's one of the first things you learn a lot when you start losing money. You learn real quick.
Oh my.
You get your act together real fast.
In trading, we call that hindsight capital,
Yeah.
LLC. Like when
okay.
you lose money in a
Yes.
business endeavor, oh my, that lesson will never leave you nor forsake you.
Yes,
Sure.
exactly.
Come on, I'm gonna
exactly.
take it there. I'm still on
Yes.
it. We still at the
It's
church.
very
house.
different from investing the money and putting money towards your business because it's going to pay off. But when
Sure.
you lose money like that, you're like, okay, I have to get it together because this
You
I do
got
not want to
to.
do again.
That's a ROF. That's a return on failure.
Exactly.
Come on.
But it was a lesson learned.
It always is.
It's never
Learning
a failure.
opportunities.
Exactly. It's never a
Totally.
wholly, just whole failure. You're just like, I know I'm not going to do that again. And
Yeah.
and in the process, I've been able to help some of my friends who have started their own business, like do it right the first time. I cannot express that enough. I don't care if I know you're trying to cut money, but if you spend the money and do it right the first time, you can check it off your list and you can keep it moving and go on to the next one.
Come on,
I
Pin.
mean,
Pin that. Pin that. For
Listen.
those that are tuned in right now, for those that are
Listen.
watching this right now on Facebook Live, if
Sorry,
you're listening
y'all.
to this in your car on SoundCloud or you're watching this on YouTube, do
Sorry,
it
y'all.
right. Pay the money the first time.
Listen.
It will cost you so much more
Yep.
down the road for procrastination, for trying to cut corners and do things outside that you should stay in this particular lane so that it comes to fruition, folks. Do it right the first time.
You gotta spend money to make money.
Always.
You do. It's so simple, folks. It's so simple. Now, we told y'all
Sorry,
earlier.
y'all. He gonna do it to
I
you.
tried to give you a few extra minutes. I kept looking at the clock like I'm gonna give you a couple, but it ain't gonna be a lot. So, Facebook Livers, we love you. We adore you. Thank you so much for tuning in with us via Facebook Live. Shout out to those that are watching right now. Make sure you share this out for those that want to watch this later on Facebook. But guess what? You can get this full episode. So head over to sphere.tv/Startup Masters, and this is where you subscribe. You can find us right now on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. You can even find us in your mama kitchen on the Amazon Alexa, folks. We are anywhere and everywhere podcasts can be found. Of course, while you're there, review us. Let us know how we're doing. Iron sharpens iron. We like the constructive criticism because that helps us build a better show for you. And share it out with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share it out with some investors. Share it out with your loved ones. Share it out with your haters. Share it out with anyone you know that could use these entrepreneurial gems. And last but not least, if you truly love what we're doing, sow a seed. Head over to sphere.tv/donate. We've got a couple of options for you right on the website. You could donate one time there, or you can use the below Patreon button, become a subscription-based donator, and we're going to get some exclusive content that's just for you. So we're not going anywhere, folks, but make sure you subscribe right here at the Sphere. So let's dive deep into today, past, present, future. Let's stop this DeLorean right here today. Where are we at now? What can people expect when they walk into your area of business? What's that white glove experience like, services and products that people love to get from you?
Professionalism. I remember in Kansas City, I used to have a massage therapist, and she was phenomenal. And she had just started out. And so, I referred friends to her. Everybody was going to her, and she got busy, right? And so I couldn't get in with her like I wanted to. I couldn't get in with her like I wanted to eventually, right? And so I had to find another therapist. And every last massage therapist after her, I compared from first touch. I was like, oh, this is not
what I wanted.
This is not her. This is not her.
With.
And I remember that. I remember that because she gave me an experience. And so all of my clients get an experience. They get educated. My first-time clients cannot pick what service they want. I tell them what service that they're going to get because education is lacking big time in our community. It's lacking. It's like, if you're going to come to me, you're going to get this education. Like we need to know what we're not doing right and what we are doing right, and so to say that you're going to come in and pick and choose what you want, you're going to do that your second and third time afterwards, but the first time you're going to get education because it's so needed. And so that's a huge thing for me. That's the one thing I enjoyed most about being a nurse on the floor. I wasn't 100% disgusted, but I did like in educating because a lot of people just don't know, and it's a shame that we have so much access to information nowadays, but I think it's making us dumber, as a society because, we can Google how many eyelashes do I have on my left eye, on Wednesday, and we probably going to find an answer. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we have this access. Like when I was coming up, we had encyclopedias, and so.
Listen, I used to call grandpa house like, yo.
Come on. I used to be excited too.
Exactly.
For the first week.
Exactly. It's like over it, right?
You're over it.
Exactly. And so we would place an order, and by the time we would get it, it probably was some outdated stuff in there. Like we have so much access to information, but yet, I think as a whole and as a society, we're not as smart as we should be given the resources that we have.
Yeah.
Now, you are as smart as you should be because people could come to you for, we mentioned turnkey solutions. What are some of those turnkey solutions that you are able to offer and provide that experience for your customers?
The two biggest conditions that I treat is hyperpigmentation, which is dark spots or uneven skin tone. That comes from acne marks or just uneven skin tone from sun exposure. We're not wearing sunscreen like we should every day, and it's not showing up immediately. It's creeping up, and so I'm seeing a lot of women now in their like mid 40s and 50s looking in the mirror saying, oh, it's all of a sudden I have this. It's not all of a sudden. The damage is cumulative. So I treat a lot of uneven skin tone. I treat a lot of acne. Even in acne is not a condition of teenagers. It's a skin condition, and you could have it throughout the lifespan. So that's the two biggest things that I treat. But letting them know that they have to do some work. It's not just on me. Sure. Even if I could do some magic Louisiana voodoo and make their skin flawless, you still have to go. Exactly. You have to go out and do some work. You have to take care of your skin on a daily basis. I'm not going to be there with you. And so I let them know we're going to work together to get some solutions. We might have to tweak it. I'm very relatable too. I'm pretty funny, so I think that makes I'm easy to talk to. I'll have in the space that I work in, it's a small space, and I find that majority of the women, when they come to me, they have thoroughly checked me out, especially Black women. Like we don't play when it comes to certain stuff. And it's definitely not about our face and our skin. So I make them feel like when they come in, that they have chosen me, they have made the right decision in choosing me because of how I set up the environment. My room is really nice. It's really comfortable. It always smells really nice and inviting and relaxing. And so that kind of disarms them when they walk in, that they're not walking into some ghetto fab, broke down place, or, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely disarms them. And then when I start talking to them, I know what I'm talking about. If I don't know, I say that.
Sure.
Because I don't proclaim like I know everything. If I don't know, I'm like, I don't know. I'll find out for you. I'll check, but I don't make it seem like I know everything.
Honesty
and
is
they,
the best
and
policy.
exactly. They respect you when you say you don't know instead of just saying whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. So
Something else that most of us entrepreneurs really have no clue about? Marketing. I mean, but the cool thing about it for you is that your marketing is your face. It's your skin. You're the walking billboard for your company.
Pressure.
But for people like me or people like you, perhaps you really don't know what the algorithms are. You don't know what's trending and what's popping, but you know who does? Our good friends who sponsored this portion of our show over at True Digital Media. You're online right now, and so are your customers. The question is, how do you actively reach them? Marketing has to be a consistent journey, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. True Digital Media Consulting can help with website development, online ads, your business reputation, and organic growth on search engines. Give us a call today to discuss a customized strategy for your business at 832-934-4436 or send us an email to info@truedigitalmediaconsulting.com. Mention the Sphere to receive a free, I said it, free 30-minute strategy consultation. Folks, it doesn't get any better than that. Take the guesswork out and give our fellas a call right now.
Yes, indeed.
So,
$3.99
for the free 99.
$3.99.
It don't get any better than free 99.
Now, I would like to dispel a myth or bring about a true situation to this, because I've always wondered something, and I'm so happy to have you in the house. I'm a fan of sweating.
okay.
And I say that from the perspective of working out. I enjoy the idea of toxins coming out, blah, 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 blah. But I've always wondered, or I've always heard, that sweat is great for the skin, especially for the face, and removing things that are impurities and things out of your pores. Can you confirm that or clear that up for us?
Absolutely. That's one of the functions of the skin, is to sweat. It cools our bodies down. So you're absolutely onto something. The thing about it is, and the issue I run into with clients is them not cleansing properly after they've done all that sweating. So
Speak on that.
they don't have a good regimen in place, or they may be working out at lunchtime, and so they're trying to go put makeup back on, or not really take makeup off when they are exercising, and so that's when we kind of run into some issues. But definitely sweating is one of the functions of the skin, removing toxins.
Okay.
So you're on to
So that's a
something.
good
Definitely.
thing.
Yes, it is.
Well, and then also, and I feel like this is another something that we probably need to bring to the table is regimen and skincare for men.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't do the makeup thing, especially not during lunch. Like, I don't have that problem.
Yes.
But
I would
yeah.
love to know just a couple of tips that will work well for the men when it comes to making sure our skin is right and tight.
I think there's a misconception that men feel like it's a woman thing, to take care of your skin and to get facials. It's a girly thing. But if you have skin, you should be getting facials.
Wow.
You should be taking care of your skin. You have the same issues that we have. You're not protecting your skin. You probably you're probably using bar soap on your skin.
You tried it. You tried it.
You should not do that.
Everybody was.
It's and I feel like a lot of clients too, they feel like if they don't have acne, they have good skin. One of my jobs is to make your good skin better, and I do that. I help you with anti-aging, because even if you have a really good regimen in place, we all should be working on anti-aging. Nobody is interested in looking older than they are, right?
At all.
I rebuke that.
Exactly. So we all should be working on prevention. There's this another big conception: black don't crack. Well, black do crack. Does crack, and we should be working on it. It does not crack as quickly.
Sure.
But it does crack. And so working on prevention, being proactive instead of being reactive is a huge part of what I do too, in the message that I try to get across, because, we could always work on some things to get your skin really nice. And you don't know it until I've finished with you.
Sure.
And you look in the mirror.
I'm like, wait
and
a
you're
minute.
Like, who is this?
You're like, wait a minute, this looks really nice. And so, the men usually come in, they're usually dragged in by spouses. Some of them not, but once I get you guys in, y'all keep coming.
Okay, I see you.
I imagine that's heavy though. Like, that's a lot to consider. It's different skin types, different regimens, different different personalities, and right? And but I would like to know, what are you doing to protect your creative space so that you can be spot on to know, okay, this is a pigmentation situation I need to resolve. How are you sewing back into self and making sure that you're taking time for you in self-care?
I say no. I turn the phone off. I don't look at it.
Listen,
I don't check social media. I'm really it comes from my nursing background. I have seen the result of not taking care of yourself. In women being the rock and being the strong person, that does not serve us well, ever. It looks like stomach issues. It looks like anxiety. It looks like depression. It looks like being overweight. It's illness is the end result. So my nursing background helps me keep like, I'm not doing it. I'm not looking. No, I take days off. I don't feel bad about it because I'm a one-woman show in there, and so if you go down, the ship sinks. It really does. I'm in there doing everything. When I'm done with clients, I'm home washing the linen, getting it ready for the next day. So it's important. It's vital to what I'm doing to take care of myself.
So let's peel the onion back a little bit on that, if you don't mind. Talk a little bit about what your retreat away from clientele looks like. What are those things that you do? Do you like to vacation? Do you like to, go to movies? Like, what is it that you do that really recharges that battery?
I like alone time. I was an only child for 23 years. My sister came along when I was, 23 years old. So it was only just me and my mom growing up in the house, and I like quiet time. So that's one of my easiest things to do, my immediate things I can do. Certainly vacation. I like to travel.
Sure.
But just listen. Just leave me. I don't like a whole lot of TV. I don't listen. I don't listen to a whole lot of music. Usually in my car when I'm trying to get pumped up about something. But at home, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I'm not listening to a whole lot of music. I just call it sitting there looking stupid sometimes. And it serves me, it fills me. It keeps all the noise out, because there's a lot you have to do when you're running your own business. It's something. You always have a list. You always, if you check stuff off, you still have 5. It just it's
perpetual.
Always, it's always going. It's ongoing.
Capital P.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just being by myself, spending time with people that I like. I say that a lot, people that I like, and everybody's always looking at me. What do you mean? It's like, because some people that you love, you don't really necessarily like them.
It's true.
So I spend time with people that I like.
Yes.
I mean, that's really a gem within itself.
Hey.
If we really want to call a thing a thing.
Come on. It takes me to a Robert Glasper song where Music Soul Child mentions, like, you want to be with someone you like.
Yeah.
I think we get caught up on this idea of love.
Mm-hmm.
Even for our business, like you fall in love with a business, but do you like that business that you're rolling in, right? Because you can love something but not really like it a lot. And people fall into those same type of parallels and patterns. So
absolutely.
I understand
So that's another thing. Spend time with people that I like, by myself, people that I like, and then when I can, I take off vacation. Yeah,
that's what's up. The recharge is so important.
It's so necessary.
Yeah,
yes,
it really does take you to that next level. Speaking of taking it to the next level, now often we look at or we talk about things that are coming down the pipe. We like to have a conversation that surrounds that 5, 10, 20-year plan. When you see yourself, when you see your business, and obviously not just you being in charge of this ship, what does this look like in the year 2030, in the year 2040, when you really project that thing out there?
I'm going to be on national stages speaking about skin health because we need it. And you don't see that a lot, especially from women of color. I haven't. And if someone wants to correct me, I'd love to know, because I'd like to follow them. Sure. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I have a fear of public speaking, but I'm going to overcome that.
No, ma'am. You're fine.
No, you got this.
Yes,
Clearly.
Charismatic. This is easy.
This is it.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. Educate. Like, we are just, people, we don't want to read like we should, So I will be the person to deliver the message of stressing the importance of skin health. We kind of just overlook it, and we show our face and we present it to the world every day, and and it's hard to hide. We can do that with makeup, but it's hot in Houston, Texas, so we don't want to have to do that if we don't need to. I'm trying to get women to be more confident, take care of their skin so it looks really nice, and let makeup be an option. You know, I love makeup, but to have it be an option is a freeing thing.
Ooh.
It's very freeing.
And I never even thought about that.
I mean, wow. That's that's power, that's freedom, that's bravery when you think about it, because we just watched Napoli Ever After.
I haven't seen it yet.
Last night, right? That was our date night.
Yeah.
And
that's cute.
And it
y'all cute.
Whatever.
Salty cake.
Salty caramel. Get that boy some crackers. But that's what it was about. The whole movie was about being free as a person of color to let go of what society tells us we have to look like from a hair standpoint, from waking up. I woke up like this, and she was sneaking off. I ain't gonna ruin it for y'all, but sneaking off, going to put her makeup on before her mate woke up so she could wake up like this.
Yes.
We got to figure out how to allow that to die off and rebirth this whole image of we can be free in our own skin, literally, pure as it is, and just be confident in it.
And we can define our own standard. You know, where did the standard come from to start off with? Where did that come from? You know,
come on, UK.
It's like
you know what? I don't. Hey,
listen.
You know I'll get on that.
I know you will.
My soapbox is real about these European standards that
like,
we follow.
where does standard? Like why? Like where did that come from? Like why aren't we able to look in the mirror and see, you know, that we're beautiful and that we're enough, you know? And so I'm working on it too. I'm working on it through skin health. So I don't know how you getting at it, but I'm trying to get through through skin, and just like, let's start taking care of your skin. Like, let's work on correction, not cover up.
Come on.
You know, so that's one of my big things too. You know, once you start to work on correction, there's some other things that shed as well. It's not just issues of skin.
Yeah.
So
she ain't talking about skin.
Hey, come on. So I'm over here like,
I saw it.
Yes. As soon as she said it, like, that's a business gem in a whole nother realm.
Recap that thing one more time.
Come on.
One more time.
I like to tell a lot of times I like to tell my clients that I am not a Christmas tree. I don't need all those decorations, right? It's nice to have them, but I don't need them. And I think a lot of women feel like because of the standard that we need to have the decorations about us, and we don't. We are enough getting up out of the bed, Brett stank in the mirror,
come on,
beautiful as we are, you know. All the other stuff, it looks nice, but when we pull that back, we popping.
Come on.
We popping.
Yep.
You know what else is popping?
Ooh.
What?
Advertising at the Sphere. Hey. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789, or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
There it is, folks. Shotgun.
Ooh, shots
Bang.
fired. Come on, Magic Mike.
Bang. I want to just dive back into that, you know,
Go.
the cover up.
Yeah.
My God.
Woo.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to entrepreneurship. How many times have you walked into a situation with a business owner that maybe something occurred, and instead of them wanting to correct the situation with you, they decide to cover that situation up by either blaming something else or causing others to become involved with something when it could have simply been corrected and fixed, not just for that moment, but also for the future. So I think that's a gem a lot of entrepreneurs need to take away with them, because correcting that problem, whether it's your skin, whether it's your business finances, whether it's your staffing, whatever the case is, correcting that issue is so much more vital. And it can release you from crazy volatility than trying to cover that thing up. I didn't gave away my after speech because I was that.
You didn't claim it. You didn't claim that.
I did.
That's yours. That's your takeaway.
I'm gonna have to do something else, because I mean it's so, that thing is so.
It was so powerful.
Because I can't tell you how many times I walked into a business. I've seen a business owner, and I could see a calamity occur that they're trying to cover up instead of just correct. And so when you said that about skin, it's such a transferable situation that we can take everywhere in life. And I just think that's so important for people to realize, especially when we're talking about skin.
Yeah, I think too, again, me coming from nursing, when things didn't go right in the hospital, it was easy to blame the doctor. Oh, the doc, because you can't give them a Skittle or Tylenol without a doctor's order, right? Sure. And so when you go on your own, like when I went on my own, I'm like, okay, if it goes wrong here, it's not the doctor's fault.
You independent.
If something goes wrong, and as long as it's within reason, because some people, truth be told, they're very unreasonable. As long as it's within reason, sure. Certainly I'm going to work with people. Certainly I'm going to work to correct issues, and make the client happy. They paying the bills at the end of the day. They will drag your name through the mud if you don't correct.
Oh my!
Right? And I've had to correct. Because anybody that tell you that they have not had to do that, they're not telling the truth. I've had to eat some stuff, and that's what you do to get the sale back, to just make sure that you keep somebody happy. You lose money, and that's a small thing to lose versus losing a client, because 50% of my clients come from social media, particularly Instagram. The other 50 is referrals. So if I'm not correcting an issue, then that could damage me big time. And it's such a small thing to do, but it's vital to your business. I had an instance where I'm gonna try to be very superficial here, but I was supporting someone who had a business that on the way to her business, I passed about 75 of the same types of businesses. So I was traveling to support her, and she messed up and she did not correct, and I was done with her. I'm just like, that's not something you do. You have to correct. It could have been an easy fix, and you learn from that experience. Certainly I already knew better before that, but I'm like, that's what I'm not gonna do, because I did the same thing that she did, and when I did it, I corrected it. I ate service, I ate products. I'm like, what do I need to do? I will. You do what you need to do to make that correction so you can recover.
It's a cost of doing business.
Yeah,
come on,
all the time.
Come on, correct and recover.
Exactly.
And when we're spending these resources doing business, I think there's a lot that goes in play, especially when we're talking about what's coming down the pipe for the future. But we've got one other question that kind of takes us in reverse a little bit. Let's take away the idea of speaking across the nation, bringing the awareness and importance of skincare to those who look like us.
Okay.
Let's take away the life lessons, the business ventures, the things you've put in place to get this business up and moving forward, as well as all the trials and tribulations that you've been through, every step, every headache, every heartbreak that you've had, every clientele referral, whether it's, from someone on Instagram or direct contact with somebody, taking it all the way back to those miserable and disgusted days on that hospital 4th floor wing.
How you know?
I just. However, we're going to do two things. We're going to leave you with the knowledge that you gained, all the memories, and we're going to slide you some seed money.
Okay.
How would you rebuild this business this time around that you didn't do the first time?
Honestly, I would keep it exactly how it is. I think with some guidance and some prayer. I have a business development coach. I have business mentors. I think I'm building a pretty solid brand.
Okay.
Most days, to me, it's not going as fast as I want it to, but I know it's going as fast as it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have to learn the lessons on the way to the top. It's not going to always be easy, and I think when we're flying high, we don't pray as much, we don't learn as much because everything's great. We have money in the bank, and everything's great. But
cocky.
we get very cocky, and so in the lows and the failures, losing money, not having clients, not being able to pay bills, don't want to do the laundry. That's when you learn all this stuff. That's when you learn about yourself, and you dig really deep. So I really feel like. I never thought I'd say this, but like the way it's going now, I know I'm destined for greatness. I know my business will do well, and I will do well. And so what I'm going through now is just part of it. It's part of my story. It's part of the book that I'm going to write later in life. So
Very nice. I love it.
I mean, that was so good. I mean, it's not going as fast as I want it to go, but it's going in the manner it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Come on. Because it's going in the manner it's supposed to go. Because you've toiled through everything you've been through. Because you have come out on the other side and are looking at the opportunity for growth in a whole new direction to inspire and to inform people who look like us.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to officially coin you a startup master. Please, Shalana, let everyone who's tuned in right now, whether they're listening to this on Spotify, whether they're watching this from iTunes video, let them know where they can reach you, find your products and services.
So my website is glowaesthetics.com. Facebook is Gleaux Aesthetics. Instagram is Gleaux Aesthetics, and that's it. I can't keep up all the rest of the social
Sometimes
media
it's
sites.
all you need.
I know, right?
And it's Gleaux, Gleaux.
Leaux.
The lady from
Yes,
Louisiana.
yes.
And isn't there a promo going on for these people?
Oh,
out
yes.
here?
I started it last night. 15% off of products right now. Also 15% off of laser hair removal packages. So, yeah, I started that last night. That's going to be for the entire month of October.
There it is.
Yeah.
Love it. Gleaux Aesthetics. Y'all check her out, please. Get on that website. Do that. KG, where can the good people reach you at, my dear?
Good people, you can reach me at kogpassion.com. There you can follow me across all social media platforms for my LinkedIn folks, my Instagrammers, my bookers, even my YouTubers. You can catch me there at kogpassion.com. What about you, G?
You know where I'm at.
Where you
good
at?
people. You know where I'm at. You can follow me anywhere online. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. If you got any questions about what we do here at the show, feel free to shoot us an email, startupmasters@thesphere.tv, or hit us across any social media platform at TheSphere TV. Use our coveted hashtag StartupMasters, and we'll definitely get back with you. This has been another electrifying episode, clean-skinned episode,
Ooh, come on,
master of skin
The
episode
skin ninja in the house.
in the house.
Thank
We
you,
will see
guys.
you all next time. Take care, folks.
Thank you.
Peace.